Martin from the Philippines. We're here in Real Talk Lifeline. So this live is gonna be a little different. If you can hear by my voice, this is gonna be one of the more painful lives I'm doing. Normally I use the phone, but I don't have the strength to do that. It's because I'm sick, I'm still recovering, and the topic or title of this live is Sunday Self-Reflection. This is what I'm choosing to do on a Sunday. 2 near misses in 1 month. So what does that mean? It's inspired by 2 near misses that happened in my life in the same month, this September. So the first one was in September 3. So that was a Sunday. And I got food poisoning. That was out of nowhere. And then the next one was September 15, just a few days ago, where I got a bedridden fever. So today is day 3 of me recovering. If it's not obvious, this is the first time I've taken a shower and fixed myself today. So thank you for watching the live and the support. This will just be storytelling and sharing of my life. Feel free to comment and share back if you could relate also as well. So what happened recently is I had 2 near misses again in my life. And the first one in September 3, the food poisoning one, that one was actually more acute, meaning it was more intense. I didn't really know what led up to it, but for sure when I woke up that day, I felt very heavy, a really bad feeling. I felt like I wanted to take a walk, and even though it was raining, I really felt the urge, like I have to move, I have to get out. Rain stopped, I walked around the block, started raining again, went to the bathroom, nothing was coming out in the toilet. So I went in the shower. Long story short, it was so bad, I felt like saying, Jesus, please exorcise these demons in me, inside me. I guess that's what poisoning feels like, food poisoning. And then I was in there for a while. It was really heavy pain. And then eventually I vomited in the shower. So then I started recovering days after. So I thought I'd be okay already. First, before I move on to the second near miss, what happened from that experience of mine was, I don't know if some of you might find this funny or ridiculous. I updated my life insurance policies. So for anyone who has at least one or several life insurance policies, again, you can have it in a fancy crocodile skin, leather, bound folder, or as simple as, a simple paper envelope, which is what I did. So what I did was I updated my life insurance policies, and then I had a conversation with my family. So that was kind of unusual, first time I ever did that. So you know that feeling when you, like, the son talks to the father, and it's like the son is ready or could go before the father. So kind of unusual, but I have no regrets doing it that time. So that was a few days after September 3, the food poisoning incident. And then this one's maybe not out of nowhere, because a week after, I attended this event, and it was intense, Millionaire Mind Intensive. So this one over here, and it's a huge event, like 1,000+ people, and you're side by side. Some people have masks, some people don't, some people are coughing, high-fiving you, hugging you. So for me, still 100% worth it. So these are long days, also like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So it physically wears you out, at least for me. Given my personality, like growing up as like a homebody, a sedentary type, like I play video games growing up. So my energy levels would really get drained every day. So then my immunity, I guess, it gets shot or affected. But what happened is it didn't happen immediately after September 9 to 11. This was SMX, Mall of Asia area. So it was a few days later, started like creeping in, and it hit hardest last Friday. I think that was September 15. And again, I didn't expect this. Like, it was so bad. Like, I was bedridden. Before I took a shower, if you saw me, I probably looked like a really old grandpa on his deathbed. That's how it felt. And maybe you could hear just a little from my voice. This is already me after eating. This is me after drinking, taking vitamins, taking a cold shower, fixing myself up. So those two near misses happened just like 2 weeks apart, back to back. So my Sunday self-reflection, why I'm sharing this is, I started to think, why are some people, why are they so sensitive? Or why do some people, other people, they're really tough. Maybe they attend the same event, go through the same experience, they don't get sick. So my simple answer I arrived over the years, why are people so sensitive? Simple answer is because they feel pain more. Now, this kind of gave me peace because it's not a bad thing. What I realized, it also helps me understand, like we could use this constructively. It helps me understand other people. For example, if somebody is watching the live or have a conversation with someone, pain can come in different ways. Mine might be physical because I'm sick, literally, but there could also be mental. So what's an example of that? It could be conditioning from family or social conditioning. Hey, I'm not allowed to speak this openly in public and Facebook, like that. So I feel held back. It can also be related, I guess, to mental as financial. So when I came from this Millionaire Mind intensive, a lot of people were going through financial pain. And then it could be emotional, yeah, involving relationships, and it can also be spiritual, which is why I chose to do this Sunday self-reflection. So my reflection on this is maybe what I'm going through right now, two near misses, like back to back, it's not necessarily bad. One of my most painful challenges is it's not necessarily feeling the sickness, but then, and I'm still learning. I'm very far from perfect. When I say something, what I'm learning from my mentors is like to mean it. For example, I thank people for by grace. Miguel yesterday, so he was understanding. He's like a client for Real Talk Lifeline. He understood I was sick, and he was open to reschedule. Now, some other people, maybe they might not treat you the same. So the challenge for me, I cannot control the way you feel, the way you think, and the way you live your life. I can only control myself, right? Decision how I would react to it or respond to it, just like how I'm sick right now with a fever on day 3. So this Sunday self-reflection, I was just curious also for people watching the live or the replay, if ever you do relate, or maybe I'm totally mistaken, is it because like people, maybe you feel like you suffer more, you're more sensitive. Maybe it's because we actually feel more pain in life. By the way, this is not an excuse. This is not to make excuses or settle for mediocrity. This is just me openly sharing for awareness and understanding. So if anyone out there also shares something back, and again, by no means, I'm not the worst. There are people right now in a hospital, just praying or hanging on for dear life. For those who've read Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning, because I read that back in college. He's this Jewish guy who went through the concentration camp in Auschwitz. So the gas chambers, like, it was very brutal, and then he survived to live to tell the tale. So, and he still found meaning in it. So my what I'm going through right now is just like 1 out of 100 of what he went. But again, this is not a comparison. I just find more peace when people openly share, because we tend to feel like, hey, I'm not alone. So this is my Sunday self-reflection. Miguel, I will get back to you on that deep dive. I am getting better already, so I'm going to reach out to you so we could do that one-on-one. People who are going through something and maybe you just want support, someone to listen, someone to, you have a challenge in life right now. You don't have to be sick. You don't have to nearly die. It could be the biggest challenge you're going through in life right now, and you just want support with it so you can get unstuck, so you could break through. So a blessed Sunday to all. Thank you. I love you, and I will see you next time.